My mother-in-law treated my son like a problem after he accidentally broke her phone, and my husband took her side at first. What started as a simple accident turned into months of quiet judgment toward my child. I never expected the person who finally defended him would be my husband himself. My son Daniel was 4 years old when this happened. At that age, kids are basically tiny tornadoes with shoes. They move fast, grab everything, and have absolutely no idea how expensive things are. That Saturday, we were visiting my husband's mother for lunch. She lived about 20 minutes away and loved reminding everyone how perfectly organized her house was. Nothing ever moved, nothing ever broke, and everything had a specific place, which, if you have a 4-year-old, you already know is a risky setup. Daniel was driving his toy cars across the living room floor while my sister-in-law Claire sat on the couch scrolling through her brand new iPhone. At some point, she stood up to get a drink and left the phone on the coffee table. Daniel decided the table was a racetrack. One quick turn of a toy car and his elbow nudged the phone. It slid off the edge and hit the hardwood floor. The crack of glass filled the room. Claire grabbed the phone and stared at the shattered screen like something terrible had happened. Then she turned toward Daniel. "Seriously? What is wrong with him?" she snapped. Daniel froze instantly. His eyes went wide. "I didn't mean to," he said quietly. My mother-in-law walked over and looked at the phone. Instead of calming things down, she sighed and said, "This is exactly why children shouldn't be running around other people's homes." She said it while staring directly at Daniel. I knelt beside him and told him it was okay. Kids knock things over all the time, but Claire kept going. "That phone cost almost $1,000, she said. "Someone needs to pay for that." I looked at my husband expecting him to shut the whole conversation down. Instead, he rubbed his forehead and said, "Well, he did break it." Daniel heard that, every word. After that day, something changed. Every time we visited, Claire would quietly move things away from Daniel like he was a walking hazard. Remote controls, glass cups, even decorations on the shelves. My mother-in-law kept making little comments. "Maybe Daniel should sit here instead. Let's keep breakable things away from him," Daniel noticed. Kids always notice. A few weeks later, he asked me something that made my chest ache. "Mom, why does Aunt Claire not like me?" I told him she didn't hate him, but inside I knew the way she looked at him had changed. My husband kept saying everyone was just upset about the phone, but the attitude never really stopped. Months later, we were leaving his mom's house when Daniel accidentally bumped into a small table near the door. Nothing fell, nothing broke, but Claire immediately said, loud enough for everyone to hear, "See, this is what I mean." Daniel looked down at the floor like he had done something terrible. My husband saw it, really saw it. The way our son shrank into himself even though nothing had happened. The entire drive home, he barely spoke. Finally, he said quietly, "I think we've handled this wrong." I didn't say anything. He kept talking. He dropped a phone. He's 4 years old. That's not something he should be judged for months later. The next weekend, we went back to his mother's house, but this time my husband spoke first. He told his mom and his sister that what happened months ago was an accident and Daniel wasn't going to be treated like a walking disaster anymore. Claire tried to argue about the phone again. My husband stopped her mid-sentence. "He's a child," he said. "If you're worried about your things, put them away, but you don't get to make him feel like he's the problem." The room went quiet after that. Claire still keeps her phone close to her now, but she stopped glaring at Daniel every time he walks into the room. And my son, he still drives his toy cars across every coffee table he can find, just like every other 4-year-old on Earth.